Hey internet, so this video is all about getting ready with me for the evening. Those evenings where you have a lot of time to luxuriate in getting ready slowly are few and far between, so when they do happen, I like to enjoy them. The first thing I do when I get home is make myself a cup of tea and have a snack, because if you're going to be having cocktails all evening, it's nice to line your stomach with a little cheese and crackers. So I have some green tea going, I'm going to feed Fufu his dinner, and then we're going to creep on him while he eats, and then move on to some pampering. So I like to take a bath when I have the time to do so, especially in this great claw tub that my boyfriend so conveniently came equipped with. I'm burning a Jo Malone Wild Fig and Cassis candle. After my bath, I'm going to moisturize with my Josie Maran Apricot body butter, which leaves a nice sheen on your skin for going out. And in my bath, I'll be using Fizzbanger from Lush. If you're curious about what I get up to while I'm in the bath, I tend to shave with men's shaving products because I just find they work better. And I do like to read a book as well. So this is J'adore Paris, which is from a French-Canadian author who kindly sent it to me, and it's really good so far. Then it's time to set the mood with some classic tunes or some jazz. And my favorite perfume right now is actually from Jo Malone, and it's called Saffron, which is really smoky and foodie in the most delicious possible way. I recommend you check it out if you haven't ever smelled it. And then it's time to do my makeup and take it from day into night. So you can see I'm wearing a plummy, very light sort of makeup look, very everyday, pretty similar to my fall makeup look that I did. Just gonna pull my hair up, and then it'll be time to refresh my skin. A nice little tip for you is to take a Kleenex to blot off any excess oil, and especially since I've been in the bath, that's really helpful, and it'll keep the other makeup that I'll be applying from looking cakey at all. Then I use my Caudalie spray to just kind of refresh my face and reactivate the makeup that I'm already wearing. Make sure you let that dry sufficiently. And then I like to apply a bit more of a full coverage powder. So this is my Mercier mineral powder. I've been wearing a lot of tinted moisturizer recently because my skin's been pretty good, but for evening I really like to kind of bump up that coverage a little bit, and this powder is really good for that because it never looks cakey and it just adds that extra level of perfection. So I just dust that over my face. Part of the trick is to use a bit of a light hand with this, and I focus mainly on the T-zone. And it usually keeps me matte skinned all night, which is great. One thing I really like to do for evening is to define my brows a little bit more. So this is an Anastasia brow pencil. I use her gel for daytime and then switch to the pencil at night to get a bit more of a defined look. I don't really wear a lot of bronzer during the day because I'm trying to rock my natural skin color as much as I can during the fall and winter. But for evening, a little bit of bronzer around the contours of the face really helps to bring a bit of warmth, especially if you're going to be in photos. It can add a really nice, healthy glow to your skin. So this one's from Guerlain, and I'm using some of my new brushes from Chanel that I picked up in the base sale recently, and I'm loving them. This blush is from Hourglass. It's the same blush that I was wearing this morning, but for evening you can get away with a little bit more color on the cheeks. So I'm applying a bit more of that, then topping it off with a little bit of highlighter on the cheekbones. I think Becca is just the king brand for highlighter. This one is especially great because it adds a real glow by virtue of being a cream product, and you can see how little I'm applying because a little bit goes a long way. You don't want the cream product to end up moving around the rest of your makeup, and in fact, to avoid that, I then go ahead and set it with a powder highlighter from Hourglass, which doesn't really add that much glow, it just helps to set everything in place. This step is a bit of a combination in between highlighting and concealing. I'm using Estee Lauder's Double Wear BB Concealer. It's a bit of a brush tip, which is really easy for application, especially if you're on the go. And I just kind of dot that around the middle of the face, and it adds a bit of light into the face and keeps everything looking really glowy and fresh, which is especially important if you're going to be doing a smoky eye like we are. So I'm using my Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay. I've told you before I'm not especially crazy about this palette, but it does have the shades that I wanted to use for tonight. So I'm using the black shade on the outer third of my eye, and then on the inner half I'm going in with my new Chanel brush, which is really fluffy and easy to work with, and Half-Baked eyeshadow, which is a really pretty light gold. I'm just brushing that on the inside of the eyelid to keep the smoky eye from looking too dark and raccoon-like. We're going to be using 3 liners, which seems excessive, but bear with me. The first one is a kohl eye pencil from Revlon, which is in a smoky dark gray, and I use that on the inner rim of the eye. On the outer rim of the eye, we're going to be using a long wear Revlon Colorstay eye pencil in brown, and together those create a really soft, smudgy look to the eye that's not too harsh, definitely a lot softer than black. And then I'm just going in with a dark purple from the Naked Eye palette and a pencil brush, and I'm just going to smudge things out a little bit, not too much, just a little. And then cleaning it up. I know this may seem gross to some of you, the licking of the Q-tip, but trust me, it works. And it's not going inside my eye, it's just helping to clean up the underside of the eye. Let's be real, guys, I'm an at-home beauty girl. I'm not a true makeup artist, so just keeping it real. Then I have some falsies going on, which definitely takes the smoky eye look to the next level. I'm just trimming off the ends, and then I'm going to cut those in half. I think that looks a lot more natural. And then I'm using a little bit of dual lash glue on the outside of the eyelash strips. And you know you've mastered this if you're able to take a sip of your tea while holding them while they dry. It's a bit fiddly applying them, but with patience you'll manage. And then it's important to let them dry while you pick out your fashion and accessories for the evening. So it's a bit dim here, but it's showing off the sparkles of my new Zara necklace. It's a choker necklace. It's really pretty. I'm not a big fan of costume jewelry normally, but I fell in love with this one. I just love how it looks. That evening, I wore my Chanel wallet on chain handbag, just an easy clutch bag. And then I picked up a new dress actually from Maj on a great clearance at the Bay. I'm just blotting off my lip balm that I always make sure to wear because I have crazy dry lips. So today I'm doing a bit of a mauve-y look, and I'm using a lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called Pillow Talk. It's a really pretty nude mauve-y color, very similar to the natural color of my lips. I'm not going beyond my lip line too much, just a little bit to kind of round them out and give a bit of that vintage look. And then I finish it off with an NYX lip glaze, which gives that really shiny finish. Really important tip, if you wear falsies, then you need to make sure that you fill in between the eyelashes where that glue has dried. Even though duo is very natural looking, it leaves a bit of a sheen that will definitely be caught by light in the evening. Then top off your falsies with a little bit of mascara to blend them into your real lashes, and you're done. So this is the finished look. I love this dress from Maj. It's very curve hugging. It does show a little bit of décolleté off, but I really like that it has a really classic cut that ends right at the knee and tapers in, which is really flattering and slimming. My heels are from Maran. As I said, my clutch is from Chanel. And I couldn't resist ending this video with what I actually do before I head off every single day, morning and night, which is to lint myself free of all of Fufu's gifts of fur. So that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm off for my evening out. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment to let me know if you liked it, and I will see you in my next one.